Okay, what other projects? Got this fella. It's not that common that we get snow in mid-Missouri, where I'm from, but occasionally. And when you got it, which we just had, and it's deep, you can either be trapped in your house or you can figure out how to clear your driveway off. Well, this thing works great. I actually don't think there's anything better than an ATV with a snow blade for clearing snow, because of those right there. It's got those buttons that actually ride on the surface. So let me show you. I also like the manual. I don't like the electric ones where something else can fail. This is really easy to operate. But those buttons make the blade ride up however how you want to set them. I got mine about 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch up off the surface of that concrete. So you can go on concrete or blacktop, and all it's doing is sliding on those buttons. You're never catching you're never scraping actually the concrete. So you leave a 1/2 inch of snow, but that's okay. Car can easily handle that. I'm not trying to get it down to the bare pavement. Anyway, I think they're great. But what isn't great for the manual part is changing the angle of this. That means climbing on and off the machine every time you got to do it. Now, it's easy to do. All you got to do is press this down, and then one-handed again, you just push and it locks in. It doesn't take any effort to do that. This moves very easily. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I want to make this without electric motors, manually from the seat be able to release that pin and rotate it left to right. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking take a piece of conduit, get the bending on it, because that will slide on there, and just put one bolt through there. Maybe not a conduit, but some kind of pipe here. Anyway, bend it to where in the up position, it just comes up like this and curls back this way, so that when you're sitting on a seat, all you gotta do, push that forward, that releases the pin. Okay, now you gotta rotate it. How you gonna do that? I think these little corners right here, super simple. Just tie a rope through there and make a loop that comes up here. I might slide something down here that catches that rope, and on that side something that catches that rope. And I'll have to figure that out, but I'm gonna use the corners to rotate it. So you're just pulling on a rope. So all you gotta do is stop the vehicle, push forward on the lever that'll be up here, bent way up here within reach. As soon as you push it forward a little, pull on whichever one you want to be the close corner. Then you can let go of the handle because it's just spring loaded. It's already under tension. You just pull it left to right and it'll lock in place, and off you go again. And when the blade comes down, the handle will swing out away from you some. I may have to worry about the weight of it, although I don't think anything's very jarring on an ATV pushing snow real slow. But anyway, the handle will of course tip more forward once the blade comes down because of the geometry of it, but I think it'll work. I'm gonna try taking my bender and just bending this to see if I can make it in some kind of shape that makes sense. So when it's up like this, it just comes right up here and curls around and gets somewhere up here within reach of the operator. That's the next project. Let me see if I can do it. All right, let me get this thing going here. Okay, so I want the bend to be any place forward of that mark. Let's see if I can get this coordinated. I'm gonna try to do that. I can't. See what I'm fighting? Besides my disgusting feet? That has to be the same direction as that. I'm gonna get the camera out of the way and use two hands to do this. Because see, that's hitting the ground as I try to step on this and start to bend, because they're going the same direction. So hold on. The bend to be any place forward of that mark. Let's see if I can get this coordinated. I'm gonna try to do that. I can't. See what I'm fighting? Besides my disgusting feet. That has to be the same direction as that. I'm gonna get the camera out of the way and use two hands to do this. Because see, that's hitting the ground as I try to step on this and start to bend, because they're going the same direction. So hold on. There. Now I got it started. Should be able to do it. It's pretty simple to operate. Oh God, of course not. Rotated out from under me. Oh Lord. About there. Step on this end. Step on this end. No, I rotated. I don't like it. About like that. Am I still on the mark? Close enough. You get the idea. I'm trying to get this to damn near 90. So, step and push. Hup. Hup. That's gonna be darn near 90. Everything's better in flip-flop or slides, isn't it? What do we got? Oh, you are so dumb. That's the wrong direction, isn't it? Like it never happened. We'll never talk about it again. All right, there's what we got so far. All right, get the idea. But I sat on it and I don't quite like the geometry. I think it needs to stick back a little farther. All the way back till just to where it won't interfere with the handlebars. Another 6 inches. Perfect. Then just looking at where it goes here, I do kind of like the idea of sliding something into these two pillars on my bow case to just gravity sit in there. Again, nothing bounces this very hard when you're plowing, unless you're doing something crazy. And I don't, this doesn't need a pin either. I'm not gonna have to do anything. Just slipping on there and gravity feed sitting, that's fine. Plus it'll make it real easy to take the plow on and off. So just gonna slip that on there, make something that can kind of help hold this end of it up. It needs a little extra spring because it's almost now, with the extra weight of the conduit on here, no effort to push the pin out of position. Well, I don't want it flopping out in the middle of operation, so somehow we got to make sure that that stays engaged. But I need to add a little distance onto this bar. I mean, I guess I could weld it. I know I've welded this CMT conduit before, and as long as you don't choke to death on the fumes, you'll be all right. Let me get the rigging. I'm gonna tie a rope on those corners and check that out too. See if I can come up with a prototype here to look at, and then we'll finalize it. There it is, boys. I know, it looks like a hot mess. But it works. I tested it. So what did I end up with? Needed a little more spring. I didn't attach that, it's just sitting on it, right? There's never any movement on this thing violent enough to knock that off, so it's done. There's just bungee cord that helps, and it's enough. The ropes, I put some eye bolts on here so that nothing would, you know, really catch the snow on that when it's trying to slide out of there. I don't think one nut's gonna make any difference. So anywho, back here, I just fished the rope through just on the side of the mount for the rack. That's it, it just sits in there. Same thing with the other side. And then there's the handle. So how does it work? Well, see if I can demonstrate it one-handed here. So you raise it up in the air, which is where it is, because you want to change directions. Actually, I can't do it one-handed. You push this, that releases the pin, then you pull this rope, and that'll pull it over here. Let me set the camera in the front of the ATV, and I'll work the thing all around so you can see how it works. But anyway, they just hang there with a weight, just a piece of wood, so it won't bung up my ATV. It can't get loose, and even if it did, it can't get into any trouble. I'm not plowing at speeds or on terrain. We're talking about a driveway here, that could bounce over there and get into problems, so I'm not worried about it. For installation also, I didn't think of this, it just accidentally worked out. To install the blade, take the blade off, right? You just drop this down, take the pins out underneath, and take this black strap off. That's all you used to have to do. Now all you have to do is those things, which were normal, you just pull the rope, the wooden block has room to fit out on both sides. Just push these, they're just bungee cords clipped onto the luggage rack pipes underneath that plastic, and slide this off. That's it. Everything's loose, no tools needed to mount it and unmount it, so that's that. Now let me see if I can get you over here. You can see what's going on. I'll come back, hold on. Okay. Was you watching? Hold on a sec. All right, here goes. So when you get on, of course, the blade will be up. So on the machine. All right, I think I want to push to the left. There you go. Get to plowing. I want to switch the other direction. Get to plowing. I think I want to have it in the middle. Get to plowing. There you have it. Manual controls, no electric, for free. Thanks for watching.